Do you remember Kris Kross, the rap duo who topped the Billboard charts with their smash hit Jump? Back in the 90s, these two teenage boys were the youngest and most successful rap duo who captivated the world with their sound, their clothes, and their swag.
So how do you like being successful?
It's a lot of fun. I mean, everything happens so fast. We just want to thank all our fans out here.
But as they grew older, the fame faded and they eventually parted ways. Several years later, a tragedy happened that left all of their fans heartbroken. The story of Kris Kross began when 13-year-olds Chris Kelly and Chris Smith were discovered by a rapper and producer named Jermaine Dupri.
One day we was walking down the mall and we saw our producer Jermaine Dupri with one of his groups. He asked us if we rap, sing, and dance. We told him we rapped and danced a little bit. And then from there we took each other's numbers. Then we just hooked up and started doing demos.
Jermaine signed them to his label, So Def, and just 2 years into their career, the duo was already making history with their song Jump, which became the first ever rap song to top the Billboard Hot 100. Not only that, it also became the third best-selling song of that year, selling over 2 million physical copies in the United States alone. The success of the song was followed by the release of their debut album, Totally Crossed Out, which sold 4 million copies worldwide.
Have you any idea just how successful you are?
Well, I mean, we try not to think about that kind of stuff.
Aside from their music, the duo also popularized a fashion trend in which they would wear everything backward.
You've got everything on backwards, don't you? Like, this is the Kris Kross. Maybe you can turn around now.
But probably their biggest flex was being an opening act for the king of pop himself, Michael Jackson, on his European Dangerous World Tour. Apart from the tour, they also appeared on the music video for Michael's 1992 Kris Kross's fame didn't last long. As they grew older, their momentum slowed down and the albums began to flop. Their third album, Young, Rich, and Dangerous, became their worst album ever, selling only 500,000 copies, despite receiving good reviews. With the poor sales and their growing creative differences, Kris Kross decided to part ways and focus on their solo careers. However, none of them achieved the same success they had as a duo. After being apart for many years, they reunited in 2013 for So Def's 20th anniversary concert. Sadly, this was their last time on stage together, because a few months after that, something terrible happened.
Today, an autopsy is scheduled for the member of the famed hip-hop duo Kris Kross, Chris Kelly, pronounced dead Wednesday evening at an Atlanta hospital.
At the age of 34, Chris Kelly tragically died due to overdose involving heroin, cocaine, ethanol, Xanax, and Vicodin. At his funeral, Chris Smith expressed his deep sorrow over losing one of the most important people in his life.
I could say Kris Kross forever. But I know, without Chris, my life, it ain't gonna never be the same. But I just hope our legacy for hip-hop is never forgotten. But I'm gonna do my part though, to make sure Chris' memory live on.